Hi creative friends, this is Soraya and thank you so much for being here. So this is going to be part 3 of my making a painting from scratch all the way to completion. And in my last video when I started, I was really not liking a lot of what I was seeing on the page, but I worked with what I did like because it was roughly a 50-50 split, I think. Like I liked 50% and I did not like 50%. So I worked through that and now I'm actually really loving a lot of what is on the page. Like there's a lot of interest. I'm loving the patterns over here that's moving my eye, and there's a lot that I'm really loving about the page, but I need to kind of tighten things up. So I need to work on the faces. And I think what I'm going to do is I am going to use my oil sticks. And I made a video probably about a month ago, and I'll list it in the description below of how to work with oil sticks. So I'm not going to go into the nuts and bolts of how exactly to do, to layer things and to work with these particular materials, but I will leave a video link. And then if you're interested, you can take a look at that. So I think what I'm going to do is just start to layer some of my colors here. And there's a blender for oil sticks, and I actually think I have one, but I don't use it because I just prefer using my finger. The heat from your finger is going to like melt the oil, and it's really gonna kind of smush it into the paper. So I just like using my fingers, but there is a blender if you were interested in that. And I just love oil sticks because it gives you a different luminosity that I can't really achieve with my acrylics or even my oil pastels. Like oil sticks are just, I don't know, they're just magic. I love them. The thing with oil sticks though is they do take a while to dry. Depending on the humidity of where you live, it's going to take about 24 to 48 hours, maybe, depending if it's like a really humid, it might take a little bit longer, but you want it to be completely dry before you work over top of it with anything else. Otherwise, it's just probably going to turn into a big mess. So you really want to make sure that it is dry completely. So I'm just layering like a lot of ochres and this burnt sienna. And you get such beautiful, delicious depth with these oil sticks right here. Now I want to leave some of that turquoise and I want to leave that red showing because I want my eye to move from this pattern to this pattern to this pattern and then to the red here because there's red. So even though I don't have the pattern, I do have the color. So I'm just going to use that color to pull my eye back right over here. So I'm just really working it into the paper, and I'm also thinking about how to model the face and give it some dimension. So just bringing in a lot of different earth skin tones. bring these colors into this face. Now you can use it for, you know, any part of your painting. Like you can use oil sticks for the dress, or you can make really beautiful lines and marks with the oil sticks, but generally I just tend to use my oil sticks for the faces and the necks. But I don't know, I might experiment with using them to create like really beautiful marks. I've seen artists do it, and it just is, you can make such beautiful marks with oil sticks. So I think I might experiment a little bit with that. Now, I wasn't expecting this video to go into 4 parts, but because I put the oil sticks down, it is going to have another part to the video, because I have to let these completely dry, and there's no way to hurry the process along. Like, you have to let it dry naturally. So I think I'm happy with that for now. I think I've built up the face quite a bit. I think just I need to get this yellow ochre in there. And so, okay, I'm gonna leave these oil sticks alone now. And so I am not gonna add anything on top of the oil sticks until it's completely dried. So I'm not even gonna work on the lips or anything, because I just don't wanna kind of, you know, mess it up. So it has to completely dry. But what I am gonna do is I am gonna work on the yellow over here, because I need to add another layer. I want to add another layer of the yellow to just kind of like deepen it. And actually, I think I'm going to add some of the chalk paint to this yellow, and that's going to kind of lighten it up a little bit. So see, I'm just going to kind of add a little bit of the chalk paint, and it's just going to make it a little bit more luminous. Okay, I'm really loving that now. And actually, okay, there we go. And I'm not sure what kind of shape that is, but I'm just gonna leave it like that. So what I want to do now is I want to work on the hair a little bit. I didn't put any oil sticks on the hair, and I'm not going to. I find that like when I juxtapose the oil sticks with a more painterly kind of like other parts of the painting that are close to the face, like say the hair and say the clothes and, you know, say this part of the neck, the stencil, when I juxtapose this with the oil sticks, it just creates a lot of interest, and I really love that kind of look. So I'm gonna work on the hair now, and I'm just gonna like mix my colors here. on the palette and just I want the hair to be just kind of suggested. I don't want to get like too fussy with my hair. So just and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put another layer of red onto the dress over here. So I just want it to be kind of translucent. Like I still want the underlayer of this red dress to show, but I just want to build up my layers, and that creates luminosity. So what I do for that is I really water down my paints a lot, and then if you add like 3 or 4 or 5 layers of the same color but very watered down, and you allow each layer to completely dry before adding the next layer, it just creates a sense of luminosity and richness that I really love. So that's another technique that I use quite a lot. So see, I can still see the underneath of the previous layers, but it's just like looking really rich. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to apply another coat of the chalk paint over the background. And I'm still going to let some of these marks show through. Like I don't want to cover up everything, but I just want it to be a little bit more opaque and solid, because there's a lot going on here. There's patterns, you know, I'm gonna draw the facial features, and there's a lot that's happening, so I need the background to be a little bit more subdued, I guess. And I really liked this pink over here, but now it's just looking kind of strange because, like, you know, unless I can incorporate that into the hair, which I may be able to do, I'm not sure. Let me see here. I do like the pink, but you know, I don't know if I can kind of incorporate a little bit of that maybe. I don't know. That might look a bit odd. I don't know. Well, I'll keep it for now, and we'll just kind of see if I can make it work. I'm thinking that it's probably not going to work because it's just kind of looking a bit odd, but we'll see. But here we go. I'm just kind of doing a light touch up here of the background and adding another layer. And I think I've mentioned this before many times actually, but this chalk paint has really good covering power. And I love that. I can cover up anything pretty fast. It dries really quickly. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I am going to allow this to completely dry, and it's probably gonna take about 48 hours for the oil sticks to dry, and then I'm gonna come back and finish up the faces and finish up the rest of the piece. So thank you so much for watching till the end. I hope you've learned something from this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.